So we have derived the integrated expressions for zero and first order reactions. Okay, derivations come in the paper and numerical problems also come. Now we are going to start or discuss with a new topic, that is half-life period of a reaction. This half-life is denoted by T half. Now what is the meaning of half-life? It is the time during which the concentration of reactant is reduced to half of its initial concentration. Okay. So what is the meaning of half-life? When T is equal to T half, the final concentration will be half of initial. R is R naught upon 2. What is R naught? Initial concentration. What is R? Final concentration at time T. So when the reaction is half completed, the final concentration is half of initial. Suppose you take 100 gram of reactant. So initial concentration is 100 gram. Okay. So after how much time it is reduced to 50 gram concentration? So when 100 is reduced to 50, that time period is known as T half. Suppose after 10 minutes, 100 is changed to 50. So that 10 minutes is my T half. Okay. Likewise, we can also calculate 1/4 life, 3/4 life like this. Okay, that will be doing afterwards. So first we have to write the expression for this. So what was my integrated expression? This is my integrated expression for first order reaction. Now, when T is equal to T half, so what I will do, put T here. Now when T is equal to T half, okay. Final concentration is half of initial. Like this, okay. So T half, R naught and R naught will be cancelled. It is log 2. So it is 2.303 into 0.3010. This is the value of log 2 upon K. So it is 0.693 upon K. So we can calculate T half like this. This is for first order. Okay. Now you can see that for first order reaction, T half is independent of initial concentration. Likewise, we can derive it for zero order also. Okay. So we can write one sentence that for first order reaction, T half is independent of initial concentration of reactant. So for first order reaction, what is T half? It is 0.693 upon K. Okay. So it does not depend upon the initial concentration. And if I plot a graph between T half and A naught, it will be a constant straight line graph. Now let's do it for zero order. Okay. Now what is the integrated expression for zero order? It is KT is equal to A naught minus A. So when T is equal to T half, final concentration is half of initial. Okay. Instead of R, we can take A also. Okay. A is also a concentration term. R is also a concentration term. So K into T half is equal to A naught minus A naught by 2. So it is, now it is A naught by 2, or T half is equal to A naught upon 2K. Okay, so it means that your T half is dependent upon the initial concentration. And if we plot a graph between T half and A naught, okay, now it is directly related. So like this. Okay, so for zero order the expression is this, and for first order the expression is this, and for zero order the expression is this. Now let's solve some numericals based on the integrated rate expressions, based on the half-life concept. Okay, the first question is calculate the half-life period of a first order reaction with K equal to, now rate constant is given to us, the rate constant is 200 second inverse. Okay, so for first order reaction, what is the formula? This is the formula. So like this we'll put, and what answer we'll get? Now this is the answer. Now the second question is, a first order reaction is 20% complete in 10 minutes. Calculate the time for 75% completion of the reaction. So how to solve such type of question when the data is given in percentage? A first order reaction is 20% complete. Since it is given percentage, it means the initial quantity of reactant be 100. Okay, so suppose initial quantity is 100. Now reaction is 20% complete. It is 20% over. So what is the final remaining? So final concentration will be 80. Okay, suppose if initial is 100, final will be 80. And what is the time? It is 10 minutes. So first calculate K. So it is equal to 2.303 upon 10 log 100 upon 80. Okay, and we have learned how to solve logarithm in the previous chapter. Log 100 upon 10 means you can solve it further. So it is 5 upon 4. Okay, so it is log 5 upon 4. So log 5 minus log 4, you will put the values and you will get the answer. So it is, suppose if you solve this, then the answer is minute inverse. Now this is the value of K that we have calculated. Now what we have to do, we have to find out what time is required for 75% completion of reaction. Now time we have to find out. So again we'll use the same expression, because now we know the value of K. Log R0 upon R. So it is 2.303 upon 0.022 log. Now initial is 100. Now reaction is 75% about to complete. So final will be 25. That is log 4. Now log 4 value we can substitute, and if we solve this, we'll get the answer like this. So this is a way to solve the question when the data is given in percentage. Take the initial to be 100. Now this is the next question. The rate constant for a first order reaction is 60 second inverse. How much time is required to reduce the concentration of reactant to 1/10 of its initial value? Okay, now how to solve this question? K is given to us and time we have to calculate, but there is no information about initial and final. It is not given in percentage also. It is given like this, that whatever is the initial value, the final value is 1/10, is reduced to 1/10. Now what is the meaning of reduced to 1/10? Reduced to 1/10 means, suppose if initial is 1, the final is 1/10. There are two terms, reduced to and reduced by. There must be difference. Reduced to means if initial is 1, final is 1/10. This is reduced to. And what is the meaning of reduced by? That if initial is 1, now final is reduced by 1/10, so it will be 9/10. Okay, so you have to take care of the language also, which is given to us in the question. So again I will use the integrated expression also. Now you can see that we are using the integrated expressions to solve our questions. Integrated expressions we use for calculating the rate constant, for calculating the time like this. We cannot calculate rate by using integrated expression. For calculating the rate of reaction, again we have to use the rate law only. Okay, so first integrated expression is like this. Now time I have to calculate. So it is 60 log. Now initial is 1. Suppose if the initial is A, the final will be 1 by 10A. Okay. Okay, now I know log 10 is 1. So simply it is 2.303 upon 60. So it is 0.038 seconds. This is the answer. Now the next type of question is, for a first order reaction, calculate the time ratio between the time taken to complete 3/4 of reaction and the time taken to complete half of the reaction. So we have to calculate the ratio like this. Okay, this we have to find out. So again we'll be using the integrated expression only, because with the help of integrated expression only we calculate the time. So I will write two different expression. The reaction is 3/4 complete. Okay, so if completion part is 3/4, how much is remaining? That we find out, that is 1 by 4. So what is T3 by 4? So I will use this expression. Okay, so T3 by 4 is 2.303 upon K. Now reaction is 3/4 complete. So I am taking the initial as A. When it is given in percentage, we can take initial as 100. When it is given in fraction, we can take initial as 1 or A or X, whatever you want. Now 3/4 complete. So how much will be remaining? 1/4. So it is 2.303 upon K log 4. Okay, I am not solving it because we have to take the ratio. And likewise, if the reaction is half complete, it will be like this. If it is half complete, then half is remaining. So it is 2.303 upon K log of 2. Now take the ratio. This will be cancelled. Now log 4 upon log 2. We can also solve it like this. Now what is log 4? Log 4 is log 2 square. Now what is log 2 square? It is also 2. Let's do it like this. Log 2 square. Now what is log 2 square? So the answer is 2. So what is the ratio? The ratio is 2:1. This is the next question. The decomposition of phosphine proceeds as, the rate law is this. The half-life is 37.9 seconds. Okay, and how much time is required for the 3/4 of pH3 to decompose, and what fraction of the original sample of pH3 remains after 1 minute. So from the rate law it is clear that it is a first order reaction. Okay, so we'll solve it. First we have to calculate the time. So time we can calculate by using the integrated expression. Now it is equal to 2.303. Now half-life is given to us. Directly K is not given to me. So what I will do, first I have to calculate the value of K. So what is the relation? T half is 0.693 upon K. And what is this T half? It is 37.9. So K is equal to 0.693 upon T half. That is 0.693 upon 37.9. So the answer will be, we have to calculate here K. So the answer will be this 0.693 upon 37.9. Okay. Now calculate the time for 3/4 of pH3 to decompose. Now put this K here. So if initial is A, now 3/4 complete. So it is 1/4 remaining. Okay, so 1/4A. So it will be log 4. Now log 4 will look into the table. Log 4 is 0.6020. Okay. Okay, solve it. We'll get the answer. It is 75.76 seconds. This is the answer of the first part. Now the second part says that how much fraction of the sample remains behind after 1 minute. Means after 1 minute how much will be remained. Okay, remained means we have to calculate final concentration. So I will use this expression again. Now K is with us. Now time is 1 minute. Now this is in second, so it will be 60 seconds. Now how much of the concentration remains behind after 1 minute? So we have to calculate this final concentration. So let it be A0 by A. Okay, now we'll solve it. So it is 0.4768 is equal to log A0 upon A. Okay, now we'll take antilog. So antilog of this 0.4768 is A0 upon A. So we'll look into the antilog table. 0.47 at 6 and 8. So the value is, now we have to find out that what fraction is remained behind, means we have to calculate this A. So suppose if A0 is 1, okay, so it is 1 upon A is 2.998. Then what is A? It is 1 upon, okay, so it will be 0.33. So this is the final concentration. We have assumed that A0 is 1. Okay, so we have to calculate this final concentration. So it will be 0.33. Now the next is, the following data was obtained during the first order thermal decomposition of SO2Cl2, and this chart is given to us that when time is 0 the total pressure is 0.5, when time is 100 the total pressure is 0.6, because in gaseous reaction pressure is given to us, okay, instead of concentration. So this is the reaction. Suppose that T is equal to 0, the initial pressure is Pi. Now this will be 0, 0. Okay, because at that time products are not formed. Now the reaction is proceeding. So at T is equal to 100, what will happen? The pressure of SO2Cl2 will decrease and the pressure of SO2 and Cl2 will increase. So Pi minus X is X and X. Now at this time, what is the total pressure? PT. Okay, because all the three gases are in the same container. So either we can calculate this initial pressure or we can calculate the total pressure. It is not possible for us to calculate the individual pressure because all the three gases are together in that container. So total pressure is Pi minus X plus X plus X. So PT is equal to Pi minus X, Pi plus X, or X is equal to PT minus Pi. Okay, so this we have calculated. This is the value of X. Now, what is this final pressure? Pi minus X. This is the initial pressure. And suppose if I want to write the integrated expression, so integrated expression will be like this. Now at the place of initial concentration, okay, your initial pressure will come, Pi. And at the place of final concentration, now final concentration means the final pressure. So what is the final pressure? It is Pi minus X. Okay, and X will put from here. So it is the initial pressure. So instead of initial concentration, your initial pressure will come. Now Pi minus X. Now what is X? It is Pt minus Pi. Now this is minus and this is plus, so it will be 2 Pi minus Pt. Now let's solve it. So after 100 second log. Now what is the initial pressure? 0.5. What is the initial pressure? 2 into 0.5. And what is the total pressure? Total pressure means after 100 second. So it is 0.6. So you will solve it. Whatever is given in the log, will solve it and will get the answer. Okay, the answer will be, the answer of K will be 2.23 into 10 to the power minus 23 second inverse. Okay, we can solve it. It is 0.5. Now this is 1 minus 0.6 is 0.4. So it will be log 5 upon log 5 upon 4. You can solve it. So this is the answer. So these are few numerical problems based on the first order integrated expression.